Hey everybody, it's Mark from Northeast Bass Fishing. How you doing? Sitting outside on the boat. Actually getting the boat ready. Next week is my week trip on Lake Champlain. So I was going to come out here today and vacuum the boat out and start putting some baits in there. I wanted to just do a quick video on my first tournament of the year. Our first Bergen Bassmasters tournament was last Wednesday, was it? On Candlewood Lake. And I finished 7th. I had like 12.36 pounds. My first spring tournament in 2 years. First year of COVID, I didn't fish, and then the last year I moved, so no tournament fishing really. And I didn't join Bergen those 2 years, but I'm back this year, and it was nice to see the guys and get out there in the spring and catch some of those nice fish on Candlewood. But let me just show you what I did. I caught, I think, 7 or 8 keepers in the tournament. Now, the tournament was on a Wednesday. I went up on Monday, got there around noon, fished for 5 hours, I didn't have a bite. So I was getting a little worried because I like to throw a jerkbait there in the spring. And on Candlewood, it always seems like guys are either catching them on a jerkbait, a hair jig, or like a Kitech spider or a Ned. That's seems to be the prevailing patterns there in the springtime. So when I fished Monday, for about 4 or 5 hours, I didn't get a bite. I was getting a little nervous because I like to throw the jerkbait. That's how I prefer to fish, and I just couldn't get anything going with it. But all right, so first day of practice, you don't want to really catch a lot of fish in practice anyway. Day 2, my partner Mark, he met me there in the morning. It was raining on Tuesday morning. The first like 2 or 3 hours we were out there, light rain, and I think we caught like 2 keepers each, so it got a little better. And we were hoping, as a warming trend was coming, that by Wednesday maybe the fish would move up more. So in the tournament, I got a limit, which I was happy. I got to call one of the fish out. You know, you pretty much need in a 5-fish tournament there 5 4-pounders to have a chance. But I was happy to get a limit after having a kind of a tough practice, because I've been there some springs where I couldn't get a sniff on a jerkbait. But here's how my day went. My first keeper I caught was on this mega bass. I think this is that French pearl color. That's the +2, because I was trying to get that jerkbait down a little deeper, and so the +2, I figured maybe that would help me out, and I got my first keeper on it. Decent sized smallie. So I was happy I had 1 fish. I wasn't going to get skunked, and that was like the first hour of the tournament. So I was happy to have 1. We moved around a little bit. In the afternoon, early morning, early afternoon, trying some different areas, and I just couldn't really get much going. Finally got to an area where I started to get some bites. Caught my second keeper on the Spro mixed stick. I think that's the blue bandit color, which is kind of like a sexy shad type, but this is like my favorite Spro jerkbait, this one here, that blue bandit. So I caught another smallie on that, so I had 2. And then I caught a nice largemouth, which turned out to be my big fish, which was like a 4.3 something largemouth. So then I had 3 fish. I was like, okay, they're starting to move up to this area. Keep going back and forth, hit the jerkbait around the rocks and see if we can get something going. So at that point I had 3 fish. 1 nice one, 2 okay ones. Then I started to throw, as the sun was up more, it was getting warm, I started throwing the Ned. Show you this is a Tech Baits Ned. You guys know I love that goblin color. That's that June bug or purple top with that chartreuse belly. And I started throwing that around the rocks. Caught 1, caught 2, called 1 out, and that was my limit. So it was pretty much those baits. It was the Ned, the Tech Ned, and that goblin color, and the mixed stick and the mega bass. What I was throwing the jerkbaits on was just this Abu Veritas spinning rod. That's a Fluger spinning reel right there. I think this is 8-pound Sunline. That's my setup. I prefer to throw a jerkbait on a spinning rod. I think I can get further casts. I think I can get more casts. My wrists and elbows aren't all beat up at the end of the day, but I prefer a spinning rod for my jerkbait fishing. So that's my setup. I love that Abu Garcia, that 7-foot medium. I think that's the 7-foot medium light. I'm not sure. Let me check. Yeah, it's just the 7-foot medium. I actually just ordered a new one of these, now that I can order again on the Pure Fishing site. So I'll have a new jerkbait rod soon. But that's the 7-foot Veritas medium. That's my favorite jerkbait setup. And I was throwing my Ned on this Enigma Epon, and that is a that's the 7.1, I think medium. Let me just double check. Yeah, 7'1" medium, extra fast action. This is the first Enigma rod I got that I love. And that's just on an Ardent C-Force reel, 7-pound line, 7-pound sun line, and that was it. So the guy who likes to throw a jig and heavy flipping stick all day, these were my 2 reels for the tournament right here. So hopefully when we're back there in May, I can throw my flipping stick a little bit. I did actually try to throw a jig on some laydowns and around some docks, but really wasn't anything going. It was pretty much jerkbait, Ned, that kind of stuff. Congrats to Jason. He's just awesome there in the spring and was first, 20 pounds. You know, he's great with those Kitech spiders around the rocks and stuff. They really have that figured out there. Vern was second. He had 20. They were really close. So those 2 guys just are awesome there in the spring. They know how to find those 4+ smallies. But you know, good tournament overall. I'm not going to complain with a limit ever. It was nice to get back on the tournament thing, and that was my setups. So it was a good day overall. I was very happy with the limit, especially after 2 days of fishing there beforehand. But Candlewood, as it warms up, just gets better and better and better. So we are back there for our second tournament on May 21st, a Saturday. So that will probably be a somewhat maybe post-spawn tournament, a bed fishing tournament, but still springtime. It's great there. It is on a Saturday, so hopefully the lake won't be too crazy with boats flying around, but it's always fun to go there. So I'll give you a report on that when that tournament happens. But right now, the plan is to get the boat ready for Champlain. I know you guys, if you guys, follow my page, you saw all the pictures and short videos I took last year of my first week trip in May that I took with the guys last May. So it's coming up. So I'm leaving Saturday the 30th, and we'll be there for the whole week. So I should hopefully get a lot of cool video clips and pictures and stuff from a week on Champlain, and hopefully I won't lose too many of these jerkbaits to the northerns up there. But that's it. That's my tournament report for Candlewood for 2022 for the opener for Bergen. So it was a good day. I'm always happy to get a limit. And like I said, congrats to Jason for first and Vern for second for those awesome 20-pound bags. My buddy Kenny had the 6-pound lunker pool, so he won the lunker pool the first tournament of the year. So now we got to build that back up again. But a nice 6+ largie, real pig. I thought I had a chance with a 4.3, but that ended quickly. Actually, my partner Mark, who fished with me, his was heavier than mine. I had like a 4.3, he had like a 4.6. So we both had some nice largies. But I just need 5 of them. But overall, a good day. A good day. So I'm getting the boat ready. I just got it back when I was fishing on Candy. I noticed there was a fuel smell. My onboard charger is starting to go. So I got a new onboard charger from Tackle Warehouse. Brought the boat down to Reynolds last Thursday, and it was great. They fixed the fuel leak. It was just a hose that had come loose. My one live well pump out, that was another hose that was loose, and they put the new charger on. So now I've got 4 banks that work. My old charger had one bank that died totally, and another bank that wasn't reading right, so I didn't know if it was really charging or not. So it was time. After 6 years, it was time to get a new one. They don't service those precision onboard chargers. You just got to buy a new one, unless it's under warranty still. So that's all taken care of. So the boat now should be good. When you take that boat out the first couple times a year, you notice any little things that might not be working right that you got to get fixed. But I knew I was smelling some gas, and there was definitely a leak, and they found it there at Reynolds, and the service department guys found the hose that was loose and it was leaking gas. But so that's all taken care of. So I might get out. This is Tuesday. I'm doing this, or Monday. Actually, it's Monday. Get my day straight. I'm gonna maybe try to get out local here Thursday. Maybe we'll see. It all depends on how things work out. But if I can get out local, maybe I'll have some video or some pictures of that. All right. So that's it for this video, guys. Just wanted to give a recap of that opener, and I'll talk to you soon on YouTube. Mark out.